Do you think you need a large audience in order for Facebook to make money online? Think again, because you don't. Now, over the next few minutes, I'm going to be sharing with you how to take what you know and turn that into cash over the next 30 days. Are you ready? Now, if you are, make sure you hit the subscribe button and let's get into it. Now, when it comes to turning what you know into cash, you can actually do it rather quickly. And in the next 30 days, you could be on your way to start getting your first paying clients. Now, the first step you want to do is make sure that out of the skill sets that you have, you're picking the one that people are already paying for, right? Because right now we have a deadline. We have 30 days to work. So you don't want to pick a skill set where you have to start thinking whether there's a market for it, where you have to start doing some deep research. Out of your skill set, choose the one that is already in the market. Choose the one that already has demand, right? So over the next 3 days, that is your focus. So starting from right now, right? Day 1 to 3, I want you to focus on what that skill set is. And one of the quick ways they can kind of figure out, like, whether the skill set is in demand is for you to do a quick Google search, right? Are people paying for that skill set, right? So let's say, for example, you're highly skilled in editing, right? You can research online, are there video editors making money right now? I'm sure that you're going to find a lot because video editing is quite a big skill and there's a lot of demand for it, right? Let's say that you have a skill for photography, right? How many people are being paid as photographers today? There's a lot in the market for it, and a quick search will let you know that there is a demand for it. Let's say that you know how to run ads, right? Are there lots of business owners that are looking for experts who can help them find more customers? Yes, there's a huge demand for it, right? So depending on the skill set you have, you want to do a quick search to be able to figure out, like, hey, are they already paying for this skill set? Right? Once people are already paying for it, then people can definitely pay you for that skill. So over the next 3 days, that is what I want you to do so that you're able to niche down on the particular skill set that you want to run with, right? Now, moving on to your next step will be for you to then turn that skill into an offer. So now we're looking at somewhere from day 4 to day 7, right? You're focusing on, okay, now I'm skilled in something. How am I going to use that skill to solve a problem? What is my offer going to be, right? Now, your offer should be very simple. For example, I help dash, like who, achieve dash, right? Without dash, right? Or with dash, right? So for example, let's assume that, you're someone who is very skilled and you're very disciplined when it comes to weight loss. You've done it for yourself. You've done it for a couple of people. You stayed consistent so we can see the results. And now you're trying to help other people achieve the same results. Your offer could be, I help busy professionals lose weight without the hassle of going to the gym, right? That could be your offer, right? Because for one, you've experienced that before, or you've actually gotten someone else that result. So that is your offer. So your skill could be the fact that you understand nutrition, you have the tips, the skills in terms of how to help people lose weight. And there's a large market for it. Every one of us, almost everyone, is trying to lose weight, right? So if you're very skilled in that area, that could be the skill that you want to monetize for the next 30 days. And so your second stage right now, which over the next day 3 to day 7 will be for you to then double down on that offer so to know exactly what it is that you're offering, because you want to be very clear about what it is that you're doing, who you're offering that service to, and what transformation they are going to be getting at the end of the day. Now, once you're nailed down in terms of what your offer is, one of the things you want to quickly figure out is how do you want to deliver that service or that product, right? So let's pick the person who is skilled in coaching people how to lose weight, right? How do you want to deliver that? Would that be a one-on-one? Would that be virtual service? How do you want to deliver it? It's very important because your customers need to be able to understand, how to meet you, where to meet you, where that transformation would occur, right? For example, I have a personal trainer. My personal trainer comes to my house to help me to work out. So that personal trainer offers one-on-one service. So in that kind of situation, is focused in, one locality, like who are the people that are living in this area where I can easily drive to help them out with their session a couple of times a week and I get paid for it, right? So in your own instance, you can also figure it out. Is this something I'm going to do physical? Is this something I'm going to do virtual? What is it that I'm offering and how do I intend to offer that service? What is that platform that I'm going to be using to offer that service? And now you want to be very quick about it because, this is not the time where you're trying to figure out like, oh, do I need a big website? Do I need all of these big things? No, you don't. You want to validate your idea. You want to get your first paying customer because Throughout this process, you're also going to learn. And once you learn and get that first client, it gets easier. And then you're then able to figure out like, okay, these are the next step of things that I need to do. Okay. Now, once you get into day 8, moving into your third step is now for you to then find your customers. Now, this is where people kind of freak out because they're like, hey, I don't have an audience. Nobody knows me. How do I find my audience? The thing is, even if you don't have an audience today, you can go online and create, a page and start telling people about the service that you offer. You don't need an audience from the past. And I can tell you from experience because for me, I've done different things and I'm so experienced when it comes to trying new things out that I kind of know like the things that work and the things that don't work. When I launched my Agile business, I didn't have a large audience and I still don't really have a large audience, but I started from the scratch. And the right audience, they found me. And that's what I want you to focus on. Don't focus on the things that you don't have or the things that you have. You can get started today. You could start up a new page today and let people know what your offer is, let people know what your service is, and begin to create content in whatever form that lets people know that you are available to help them if they need this solution, right? Because remember that your skill is not just the fact that you know how to do something. Your skill set is the fact that you know how to help people solve a particular problem that they have, right? So by the time you start talking about the problem and how you can offer the solution or how you are the solution, they will gravitate towards you. So you can actually start today. So don't get discouraged about the fact that you don't have an audience that is waiting for you right now. Start today, build that audience today, start up your page. If you are in a group, start talking about what you do in that group. Go to where your audience is, right? And social media has, we have so many types of platforms on social media. Find the one that you're most comfortable with, right? And then try to find your audience in that area. Search through hashtags, search through, communities where to know, okay, this kind of people, where do they gather? So that you can begin to find them and start creating content in that platform so that your audience then gets to find you. Now, when you are consistent talking about your offer, talking about your transformation, not just talking about, I have the skill set. Like I said, nobody cares about the skill that you have. They care about what you can do with that skill and how that skill can help them. So focus on transformation, how your skill set has helped people, how it has helped you, and how it can also help them. That way, they're able to then come towards you and then ask you questions. And if they feel like you're the perfect fit, then they will go with you. Now, I want you to do this over the next, from like day 8 to like day 15. So I want you to spend like, that week, right, really nailing down on finding your audience, creating content for that audience, going into those groups, going into those communities, even start with your friends. Let your friends know what you do. Even if your friends might not patronize you, might be the fact that they can reshare whatever content that you've created. So that could just be what you ask for them. Can you help me reshare this link on your story? Can you help me reshare this link, to your community? Because you never know who needs it. Don't rely and assume that it's your friends and your community that will need it. But they also have their own community that you might find a referral that way. But let the world know that you offer, this solution so that whoever needs it might find you. Now, moving on to like from day 16 to day 25, like you're consistently doing this every day. Now, if somebody shows interest, this is the time for you to close the deal. What do? You get on a call with that person so that person is able to get all of their questions answered, right? Remember, you're new to the game. They're also new to trying you out. And so they may have questions. Keep it simple. Don't do anything over the top, right? A quick Zoom call, a quick chat, whether it's business WhatsApp, whether it's Slack, depending on, the type of service that you're offering and what platform you feel like it's nice. Sometimes a quick DM might be able to help them answer their questions. And if they want to put a face to the person they're chatting with, then hopping on a quick Google Meet or Zoom might do the trick, but keep it simple. One of the mistakes that a lot of people make is when they're trying to start off a business, they think it needs to be grand. They feel like they need to arrive in such a big way. They have to overly brand themselves. All of these things happen along the line. So you don't want to waste time trying to perfect things that might not even work out. It's best for you to just go with that first idea, go right into it and learn along the way, because you can never get it perfect, right? So it's when you start doing it that you realize, okay, I should do it differently. next time, and then you'll do it differently. But now you're building that experience that you need to help you get better and help you find even more clients, right? So just go right into it. Once you find the first person who is interested, hop on a call, share what you have to offer, what your transformation is, what your timelines are, what your pricing is, and just go write it and deliver. And at this point, I want you to over deliver. And when you're consistent in marketing yourself, when you're consistent in telling the world about what your offer is, in the next 30 days, you should be able to land yourself the first client. And that's what we're trying to focus on. We want to land that first client. And these are the steps that are required in order for you to be able to land that first client. Okay. Now, once you land that first client, this is where you need to pay serious attention. Make sure that you over deliver, because you need testimonials from this person, right? So this person can share with you the highs, the lows, and also possibly also refer to other people, or probably even record like either some form of content for you, whether it's written, whether it's video, that you can use as your own social proof to let the world know that you've not only done it for yourself, you've done it for someone else, and I can also do it for you. And that's how you get to scale up. So that's it. If you want to land your first client over the next 30 days and you are worried, I don't know where to start from, I don't have any audience, this is your roadmap to starting out and turning your skill set into cash over the next 30 days. Now, if you're ready, I want you to drop in the comments and say, I am ready to go. And if you still believe that, hey, I need help, right? I need help. I want a coach who's going to guide me along the way, then reach out to me. And then I would love to be a coach and guide you over the way. So over the next 30 days, you can make your dreams come true and turn your skills into cash. Thank you very much for spending time with me in today's video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.